Ever feel like job hunting is stuck in the dark ages? We're all about those aha
Yeah.
moments here on the deep dive. And today's topic might just give you a few.
Mm.
We're taking a deep dive into RoleCatcher, a platform promising to be a game changer for job seekers.
Indeed, it is intriguing to see how RoleCatcher is addressing the evolving landscape of the job market.
So for our listener who might not be familiar, RoleCatcher is a website and browser extension offering both free and paid features to help with, well,
Oh,
pretty much every aspect of getting a job. Kind of like a Swiss Army knife for your career, right?
that's an apt analogy. And just like a Swiss Army knife, it's packed with different tools for different situations.
Okay, let's unpack this toolkit. From what I'm seeing in these articles you sent, RoleCatcher pulls job listings from various boards, including its own, but it goes way beyond just aggregating job postings, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's not enough to simply find jobs these days. You need to stand out from the competition, and that's where RoleCatcher's other features come into play.
Like the CV optimization. I have to admit, when I first saw AI-powered CV analysis, I was a little skeptical. But after reading through how it actually works, I'm impressed.
It's more than just a simple keyword checker. RoleCatcher's AI engine dives deep into the language and structure of your CV, comparing it to the specific requirements of each job you're applying for.
And this is key, because more and more companies are using automated systems to sift through applications. So even a perfectly crafted CV could get lost in the digital abyss if it doesn't have the right keywords or formatting.
Precisely. RoleCatcher takes the guesswork out of the equation. It analyzes the job description and tells you exactly what to tweak in your CV to improve your chances of getting noticed by both human recruiters and those all-important algorithms.
And the best part, it gives you a score. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this version of your CV is an 80% match for this job, but if you make these adjustments, boom, 95% match.
Exactly. It's like having a personal recruiter whispering in your ear, telling you exactly what hiring managers want to see.
Talk about taking the fear out of hitting that submit button. But hold on, we're scratching the surface here. RoleCatcher also offers interview practice, right? And not just generic questions. We're talking thousands of questions specific to different roles and industries.
Right. They even have a section dedicated to private chefs, which I found rather intriguing.
And remember that story about the entry-level private chef who used RoleCatcher to land their dream job? Apparently, they were struggling to tailor their CV and nail their interview answers. But after using RoleCatcher's AI-powered feedback, they aced it.
It really highlights how this platform can be beneficial for individuals at all stages of their careers. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, having a tool that helps you present your skills effectively can be a game changer.
It's like RoleCatcher's saying,
We're
we get it, job hunting is tough, so we're here to give you an edge. And you know what? This brings us to a really important point, which is the bigger picture of what's happening in the working world today. It's not just about finding a job anymore. It's about navigating a rapidly changing landscape.
Exactly. And that's where RoleCatcher's career planning tools come in. That's right. You hear buzzwords like skills-based economy and personal branding everywhere. But what do they actually mean for the average person trying to find a job?
It can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Like
Yeah.
suddenly your old resume with just job titles and dates isn't enough anymore.
Exactly. Employers are now looking for specific skills and demonstrable experience. RoleCatcher helps you bridge that gap. Imagine you're passionate about, say, baking, and you've been doing it as a hobby for years.
Okay, I'm with you. I make a mean sourdough, but it's never been on my resume.
Right, but with RoleCatcher, you could identify those transferable skills like meticulous attention to detail, creative problem solving, and time management researcher, and showcase them in a way that resonates with potential employers, even if you've never had a formal baking job.
So it's like translating those late-night sourdough sessions into language a hiring manager can understand.
That's pretty cool. Precisely. And beyond that, RoleCatcher's career planning tools offer a wealth of information about different professions, including salary expectations, required skills, and potential career paths.
Speaking my language, I love that they don't just focus on the hot jobs or tech-heavy roles.
Yeah.
I noticed they have guides on everything from being a pastry chef to working in renewable energy.
It speaks to their commitment to providing value to job seekers across all industries and experience levels. Remember that story about the user who was considering a career change from marketing to UX design?
Oh, yeah. They were feeling lost and unsure where to begin.
RoleCatcher provided them with a clear roadmap. The platform's career guides not only outlined the skills needed for UX design, but also suggested relevant online courses and certifications they could take to enhance their skill set.
So, Instead of just feeling stuck, they had a clear path forward. All thanks to RoleCatcher. I'm starting to see how this platform could be helpful, even if you're not actively looking for a new job right now. It's like, why wait until you're unhappy or get laid off to start thinking about your career development?
I couldn't agree more. And that brings us back to RoleCatcher's Career Compass, which we briefly touched on earlier. It's essentially a personalized dashboard that helps you set career goals, track your progress, and explore different career paths.
I love that idea of having a career compass. It's like,
Mhm.
instead of just drifting along hoping for the best, you're actively charting your course and navigating towards a fulfilling and successful career.
Exactly. It empowers you to take control of your professional destiny.
Okay, so we've talked about CV optimization, interview practice, career planning tools. Is there anything else RoleCatcher offers that we haven't covered yet?
Well, they also have a feature called Company Insights, which provides detailed information about potential employers.
Ooh, tell me more about that. I know researching companies can be a black hole of endless scrolling through LinkedIn profiles and Glassdoor reviews.
Right. It can be a very time-consuming process, but RoleCatcher simplifies it by aggregating data from various sources and presenting it in an easy-to-digest format. You can find information about company culture, salary ranges, employee reviews, and even get insights into the hiring manager's background.
Wow. So you can walk into an interview feeling like you already know the company inside and out. That's huge.
It is, and it demonstrates RoleCatcher's holistic approach to job hunting. They understand that finding the right job is about more than just ticking boxes on an application. It's about finding the right fit.
I'm curious about one thing, though. We've talked a lot about the AI-powered features. And I know some people might be wondering, what about the human element?
That's a great question. It's important to remember that while AI can be a powerful tool, it's not meant to replace human interaction entirely.
Right. Networking, building relationships, those are still crucial.
Absolutely. And RoleCatcher recognizes that, in fact. They have a whole section dedicated to networking tips and strategies.
Oh, interesting. So they're not just about algorithms and data. They also understand the importance of human connection.
Precisely. They offer advice on how to build your professional network, leverage LinkedIn effectively, and even craft compelling elevator pitches.
This is really making me think differently about job hunting. It's not just about sending out resumes into the void and hoping for the best. It's about taking a strategic and proactive approach, using all the tools at your disposal.
And that's really the beauty of RoleCatcher. It empowers you to be the CEO of your own career.
I love that analogy.
Uh,
So, as we delve deeper into the world of RoleCatcher, what does this all mean for our listener who might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how can I actually use it to my advantage?
Well, let's explore some practical tips and takeaways, shall we?
You know, it strikes me that we often talk about job hunting as this big, daunting thing. But RoleCatcher seems to break it down into manageable steps. It's like they're saying, hey, we know it's overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be.
That's a great observation, and I think that's incredibly empowering for job seekers. Instead of feeling paralyzed by the vastness of the job market, RoleCatcher provides structure and guidance, making the process less intimidating and more approachable.
Exactly. It's like having a roadmap, not just a compass. Speaking of which, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the Career Compass feature. I know we touched on it briefly, but I think it deserves a closer look.
Absolutely. Think of Career Compass as your personalized career development hub within RoleCatcher. It helps you identify your skills, set career goals, and then provides tailored recommendations to help you achieve those goals.
Okay, I'm really liking this. It's like having a career coach in your pocket.
Exactly. Let's say your goal is to move into a management role within the next 2 years. RoleCatcher's Career Compass might suggest you develop specific leadership skills, earn a project management certification, or even identify networking opportunities with senior leaders in your field.
So, it's not just about finding a new job. It's about proactively shaping your career trajectory. I'm also remembering that quote we discussed earlier. Something about the best time to start thinking about your next career move is before you need to.
Precisely. RoleCatcher encourages that forward-thinking mindset. They understand that the job market is constantly evolving, so being prepared and adaptable is key.
Which brings us to a crucial question. Is RoleCatcher just for those actively searching for a new job? Or can it also benefit those who are content in their current roles but want to stay ahead of the curve?
That's a fantastic question, and I'd argue that RoleCatcher can be incredibly valuable even if you're not actively looking to switch jobs right now.
That's what I was thinking. We've all heard the saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Could the same be said for career development?
Absolutely. Imagine using RoleCatcher to explore emerging trends in your industry, identify skills gaps you might have, or even just to benchmark your salary against industry standards. That kind of knowledge is power, whether you're looking for a new job tomorrow or 5 years from now.
It's like that saying, knowledge is power. And in today's rapidly changing job market, that's never been truer.
Exactly. The more informed you are about your skills, your value, and the opportunities available to you, the better equipped you'll be to navigate whatever the future of work throws your way.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into RoleCatcher, I'm curious, what's your biggest takeaway? What should our listener be pondering as they finish this episode?
For me, it's the shift in mindset that RoleCatcher represents. It's about taking control of your career destiny, being proactive, and using all the tools at your disposal to achieve your goals.
I love that. It's not about waiting for opportunities to come to you. It's about creating your own opportunities.
Precisely. And RoleCatcher seems to be a powerful ally in that endeavor.
Well said. It's been fascinating to explore RoleCatcher with you today. And for our listeners who, like me, are now incredibly curious to check it out, you can find a link to their website in our show notes.
It will certainly be interesting to see how this platform continues to evolve and shape the future of job hunting and career development.
Until next time, keep those aha moments coming.
Uh,
And remember, your dream career is out there waiting for you. Go catch it.